setting this one out.
Yeah, survival. There's a specific reason why I had to play this song. Y'all know why, right? Y'all know why, right? Because at the end of this day, there's only gonna be how much teams gonna be left? How much teams gonna be left? Two bloody teams left. 2 teams left. Survival of the fittest. Probably one of my favorite times of the NFL season. Gotta be one of my most favorite times of the season. Gotta be one of my favorite times of the season. God, this probably y'all favorite time of the season besides divisional round.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Because some heartbreaks will heartbreak.
I could say that, but good morning. Welcome to Championship Sunday. Other report. Got the original three. Got the original big three up here this morning. The rest of the crew will be there tomorrow, later on tonight for the aftermath. After we find out who 2 teams that's going to go to New Orleans to host the Super Bowl. Is it Super Bowl 59? Am I correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans, Louisiana. We'll find that out by 8 o'clock tonight. Who will be the left 2 standing? Rob, good morning. Lone Wolf, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. We can't go right through. Good morning. Good morning to you.
I like that. Let's get started. Let's get started with this Championship Sunday, and we'll talk about the NBA a little bit too, because we had a game last night that a team that's in a little bit of trouble right now in the Western Conference. Future MVP is in a former MVP and a former championship team is looking like they might not even make the postseason, but we're gonna talk about that later on too. But we're gonna get right to it. Let's start first thing in the morning. We're gonna start by having some questions and some debates about Championship Sunday. So we all know who the 4 that is left. The Eagles, Commandos, Bills, and Chiefs. So who wants to be a millionaire? No, we need that. Somebody gonna be 2 people gonna be seeing the Reaper by the end of the night, but we're gonna talk about one thing. We'll start with this. And I'll give this to Rob first. We have Jaden Daniels, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Jalen Hurts. Which one out of the 4 has the most to gain and the most to lose? Or should I say, who's on? Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm not mad at that one. The most to gain. The most to gain would be Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen has the most to gain because out of the 4, and really outside of Jaden Daniels, he's the only one that has never stepped up into the bigger platform, which is the Super Bowl. So this is the time where if you really want to get your at Mahomes and stop him from being in that realm that only really, let's just call it what it is now, that Brady only holds. And sometimes Joe Montana is there as well. You can stop Mahomes being in that rare air that only really 2 quarterbacks really know about. So I think he has the most to gain because literally everybody in the entire world, except for people that lives in Philadelphia and people that lives in Washington, is really rooting for Josh Allen today to win. Everybody is getting tired of Mahomes in greatness. So I think he has the most to gain. And to be honest, as much as he has the most to gain, he also has the most to lose. I think he has both. I would say Jalen Hurts, but I don't think he falls into that category. He's like number two. But I think Josh Allen has the most to gain, but also the most to lose. If he loses this, I don't know. I thought the heartbreaks of Buffalo Bills in the '90s was bad. This will probably be the worst because at least in the '90s, at least they got a chance to go to the Super Bowl and just lost. To go four times and to not even see the Super Bowl, it'll probably be just even. It'll be a worse of a heartbreak than to go to the Super Bowl losing four times. So I think he has the most to gain, but
Oh, same question.
The most to gain, I agree with you. The most to gain is really Josh Allen is the most to gain. Because for the last 7 years, you made to the playoffs 6 times out of your last 7 years, and this is the furthest you went this your career. Keep in mind that you did lose to Patrick Mahomes 3 times along with Joe Burrow, and I think you lost the fifth one, I believe, to not Lamar Jackson, but it was somebody else. I'll check the records. I think it was Tom Brady, I believe, but I'll check it.
more than
Uh,
likely because that was probably early in his career when he lost to.
yeah. He been in the league for 7 years. He been in the playoff for 6 out of the last 7 years. No, I think it was Deshaun Watson. That's who it was. It was Deshaun Watson.
Oh, that's even worse.
Wait a minute. Let me double check it real quick while I was still talking about it. But Josh Allen MVP, he gonna win the MVP eventually. That's no questions asked about that. But with his situation is you got your running back. You had no running game during your beginning of your career. You had wide receivers, but now the wide receivers shipped out, and you got younger wide receivers. All right, so now you ain't got no excuses. Zero today. Now, who has the most to lose? You said Josh Allen, right? That what you said. I say Jalen Hurts has the most to lose. Here's why. Jalen Hurts, that's why. You went out and got the best running back in the league by the name of Saquon Barkley. You have all the weapons from A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Dallas Goedert. And now you have a defense that is rock solid. And the problem is that if you let a rookie come in to your house and beat you in your house to go a trip to New Orleans, that's going to be a black eye to your career and a black eye to the city of Philadelphia. So yeah, Jalen Hurts got the most to lose. So I'll go with that part. Let me see, Josh Allen playoff records to make sure we clarify who he lost to. It was Deshaun Watson. So I was right. Deshaun Watson, Joe Burrow, Mahomes 3 times. So it was Deshaun Watson. I was right.
This is not even a hard question. Most to lose is Josh Allen. Period. Most to lose. You've been knocking on the door. You've been knocking on the door like God knows how many times against this same dude. And And you know what? Buffalo, the city of Buffalo is starving for a championship. They have not had a championship ever in their life. Back in the days of Jim Kelly and all, when the New York Giants had took Super Bowls from them, like this city is waiting to go to Lowe's supermarket and buy all the tables, ladders, and chairs that they can buy and have one of the most craziest parades ever in NFL history. Josh Allen, the whole city of New York is relying on you to get this done. They are tired. They are hungry. They are starving. They're not even starving. Starving is when you had a Super Bowl and you ain't had it for a while, i.e. Dallas. Y'all never even y'all y'all when y'all go inside of a team facility, right? And y'all to see all the championships and stuff like that that everybody does get. Do you know what Buffalo have?
Nothing but AFC championships. That's all they got. And divisions.
They
And
don't
you see
they,
they don't even host that up on a banner.
see, they're not even posing up the banner of an AFC championship because they've been here so many times. They want to hold up a Super Bowl in their new facility. They ain't supposed to be building a new facility soon. They
Mm.
want to hold this Super Bowl in this new facility that they're building. Josh Allen, this is the year for you to get it done. Now, who has the most to gain? Hmm. Y'all said one person said Jaden Hurst, one said Jaden Daniels. I gonna go ahead and
No,
simply
no,
say,
I said Josh Allen for both.
okay.
He said
I,
Jalen
I,
Hurts.
Um,
I think Jalen Hurts. I think say Jalen Hurts had the most to lose.
Jaden Daniels got the most to gain. Do y'all know if this man pulls this off and hold and be in the Super Bowl, this will be the first rookie quarterback to ever ever make the Super Bowl in his rookie year. Number two, do y'all know who this will put more pressure on? Cam
Any one of
Ward,
them.
Cam Ward, and Shador Sanders. You know why? Because the pressure of a rookie quarterback to just be developing is no longer going to be an excuse. They going to expect the future quarterbacks in college that's been producing to make it in the league and be productive as Jaden Daniels. Because right now, he's the standard. Um, just imagine, right? That they're playing out the house money. And next year, do you know Washington has a hell of a lot of cap space?
Mm-hmm.
I think if I'm correct, they are they are second to us in cap space.
Hmm.
National Football League. Do y'all know what gonna happen with these same commandos next year with this dude? Let me ask y'all a simple question. Do y'all think this man gonna be hitting a rookie wall?
Okay,
Do
let me see
y'all
something.
do y'all see a rookie wall with this man? I don't.
Actually, it's their third.
But
The other
still,
two,
the
yeah, they're
point is,
still right. Mhm.
point is, they got a lot of money to spend.
Right. They're third. Only
Um,
Las Vegas and you right by New England. Only Las Vegas, and New England got more cap space.
yes, I know. Point is they got a lot of money. So they could go and get more help in the off season for Jaden, right? And this man is not gonna hit a rookie wall, right? Because they didn't really have to pay anybody in the off season, right? So, like Washington is set up to be right back in the same position again next year, you know. So I think he has the most to gain. Now, I'm not even gonna ask you who needs this Super Bowl more because we are gonna say the same answer, which is Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, because everybody has a Super Bowl and they don't have none. So that's not a hard question to answer. But let me ask y'all another question. How would we feel tomorrow morning? Or should I say, how would we feel tonight if Jalen Hurts don't get it done?
Not like I said, it'll be a black eye in his career. It'll be a black eye to the state of Philadelphia. It'll be a black eye to Coach Sirianni. And the fans are going to be rabid towards him. Especially you went off season, and like I said, grab the best running back in the league, who is the engine of that offense. So there's your answer.
They'll be, and I don't like to do this to him, but they'll be talking about maybe possibly making moves soon if he does not win tonight. Because when you look at the totality of the Eagles season, Saquon might be the reason they got you there, but Jalen Hurts could be the reason why you don't make it far. That you trust Saquon so much to get the job done. By the time we get to Jalen Hurts, we don't know what we're going to be getting. At least when Jalen Hurts made a Super Bowl run the last time around, he had comparable wide running backs to give him a hand, but he used most of his arm and threw the ball and ran the ball to get them to the Super Bowl. I don't remember the last time this man threw for over 300 yards. I think it's been almost 2 months since he threw 300 yards. Well, buddy, you're going to have to throw today. One thing about Washington, if they get up early enough, then the DBs can play better. But if you get them in a hole, that's when the Washington DBs become the Washington DBs that Antonio has been talking about all year long. Suspect. But it starts with you. Just like you started the first game, just like you started last week with that 44-yard run, you're probably going to have to do something similar to that today to set the tone. Because if you let Washington set the tone on you early, it's going to be a long night.
Mm-hmm.
So, to be honest, Jalen Hurts, you thought the Super Bowl was your legacy game. I believe today is your legacy game. If you want to keep your legacy and your job contained in Philadelphia, this would be the game to do it. Because if you don't, then they're going to be asking, did they make the right choice years ago to let you stay and let Carson Wentz go? It's widely being talked about now about this.
Yeah,
but they're trying to get because you have all these extra weapons and you don't really need to throw it. Now they gave you a pass last week because of the snow. Well, there's no snow, there's no wind, there's no rain. It's a perfect football day. You got no excuse today. Get it done.
To answer your question, yes, he had those 300 yards only one time, and that was against the Saints.
See my point? It's been months.
And that was week 3, by the way, against the Saints.
So again, it's been months.
It's been months, almost basically 3 months.
Yeah. No, he's got to get it done today because this guy that you're playing against, he can do both. and he's averaging close to 300 yards in the playoffs. So not only did he amp it up in the regular season with probably throwing close to 250, now he amped it up even more and get it close to 300 within the last 2 games. So yeah, you're gonna have to throw it today, get it out.
I ain't gonna say he got the throw for 300, but 250 would be nice.
Not
At
against
least
him.
250.
Not against him. You got to get close to 3 with him. You saw what happened with Jared Goff. Goff
No,
barely cracked 250,
no,
and they lost.
you're gonna have to go for 250 because you don't want to eliminate the running game. You want it balanced. You don't want it to be one dimensional. You asking for 300 yards. If he see, this is another thing that you don't know. Whenever Jalen Hurts throw for over 300 yards like that, they lose. They need to be balanced. So 250 yards, 2 touchdowns would be good production. Saquon Barkley for $150, 175 for a touchdown. That's production. I'd rather them balance than be one dimensional. You don't want Jalen Hurts to have to throw for 300 yards. I don't think so. Now, here's another question I have for y'all. Mahomes make it to the Super Bowl. Where does he rank in
1A.
quarterbacks?
Well, 1B.
Quarterbacks,
1B.
1B.
Yep.
So you're putting more Montana, all them.
No
I'm
one's
putting
ever
right
done a
next to
3-peat.
Brady.
No one's ever done a 3-peat. Brady got close to a 3-peat. No one has ever seen a 3-peat, let alone get to it, let alone win it. He wins it. There's a driver's seat and there's a passenger seat. They can change. One day he drives, one day Brady drives. You can just pick one. Ain't nobody doing 3-peats. He gets a 3-peat. I don't care
I'll
what
put him at
happens
2.
to the rest of his career.
I'll
It's
put him
over.
at 2. I'll concede and put him at 2. The only reason why I won't put him at 1 because he still need to pass 7.
Well, I wouldn't put him at 1 either way because of the fact that
Mm-hmm.
he lost to him head to head.
Yeah. But if
Once
he
the
could pass
head-to-head
him,
matchup comes through, that's it.
yeah, I
I don't care how
can't put
many.
him past that.
Yeah,
He
I
beat
don't
him
care how
twice.
many times. Yeah, I don't care how
He beat
many
him in the Super
times.
Bowl.
Yeah, I
He beat
don't
him in
care
the
how many
Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowls he
He
gets
beat him in the
back to back.
AFC Championship game. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Unless he gets past Brady, I can't put him over Brady.
Well, the championship game didn't bother me the most. The Super Bowl one is to bother me the most out of it. Championship game, yeah, it's nice, but he can get him back. He got him back 1 year. He got him 1 year, and then Brady got him back the following year. So the championship games doesn't bother me. It's when you meet head to head for it all, marbles on the line, winner take all. This is it, and this was the one and only time we're gonna ever see it. Nah, can't do it.
All right. So
Where do I put him? Where do I put him at? I cannot put him past Brady. That's a no. I agree with you, Rob, but I can't put him past Brady. I can't do it.
Oh no, I'm not putting past him.
No,
He's
no,
right
no,
beside him.
no,
He's right beside
no,
him.
no. Now I love Peyton Manning, but I'll put him past Manning. Got to. I got no choice. But put him past Brady, no. Um, and here's why I said that because due to the fact that, like y'all said, he got beat by Brady twice. The only man that won 7 rings. The only man that did it. Especially you beat him at the worst time in the Super Bowl. And oh, by the way, I never forget that because Tom Brady had something to prove that day. He had something to prove that day. And he stuck in the Belichick's rear end with no question asked. So everybody looked at when he won the 7 Super Bowl championship. Everybody now looked at Bill Belichick was the problem, not Tom Brady. But Patrick Mahomes going to the Super Bowl and winning a 3-peat until he matches Brady, I cannot put him at the top.
Well, this is the thing. I don't think he will ever pass Brady. I don't think he'll ever pass him. I don't think no quarterback right now will ever pass Tom Brady when it comes to Super Bowls. I don't think that's ever going to happen. That's the reason why I say I put him right beside Brady because he would do something that Brady has never done before. Brady has never gone to, he's never done three.
Oh, you trying to set the camera up?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't worry, go ahead, keep going.
yeah, he's never done. He's never won three in a row. Brady tried to get that third, but remember, he blew his ACL the year that they tried to go for a three-peat,
Yeah.
and that ended everything. So for him to see this kind of a rare air to get a three-peat, it's something that even Brady can sit back and accomplish and say, I'm very proud and humbled because he was the next man to take the torch, and he's blown expectations to what we thought he would be. That's why I said I get y'all having him at two, but the reason why I said one B because it's only him. It's literally if he gets this third one, it's literally will be only him and Brady. I love Joe. I think 5-0 will never be duplicated. That's why he's in his own space. But
Mhm.
Tom and him will be in their own space because of the fact that you're not going to see a quarterback do what these two guys have done within the last 20 years. You're not going to see a guy win 6 Super Bowls in one area. That's never going to be done before. That's never going to be done again. And I don't see nobody getting a three-peat because I don't see none of these teams staying consistent and togetherness as long as the Kansas City Chiefs have. Now, Washington probably might have the best shot right now because of everything that they have. But then the real question will be, and this is when I'm not questioning them, but I'm saying this is where the GM, this is where the difference between ownership is going to come in. Will Magic and Josh Harris make the right moves to make sure you keep continuing getting the right people in that same building to make sure that this team can stay intact for the next 10 years? Because that's what you really want to do. Granted, and we've all said this. Washington is ahead 5 years. 5 years. They're ahead by 5 years. They was not supposed to be this right now. They're ahead by 5 years, and it makes incredible sense to have everybody under cap right now and low. But you do know what happens when teams get to this far. Agents start talking. People start telling them, "Hey, you need to make a little bit more money because you'd have made it this far, and they wouldn't have done this without you," which is 100% true. Which is why I give Kansas City 1,000% credit because there could have been a lot of guys out there. And mind you, remember the second Super Bowl? Look how many people they lost because they got more money in other places. But yet the main core stayed intact, which is Travis, Chris Jones, and Mahomes. That's the main three. You keep those three, you build around it, you can still be successful. Like I said, that's why I said when it comes to we all agree that Tom is number one, and that's not going to change. He's beaten every great quarterback that is either going into the Hall of Fame or already in the Hall of Fame as we speak from the late '90s to right now. That's no question about it. The question basically for me is who's the next one that can be almost a counterpart to him. It's 15.
Oh
That's
yeah,
why
agree, agree.
that's why he's one B though.
Mm.
I like two. I say he's
Um,
one.
I'm not gonna be here and disagree because even though, um, y'all know I'm the biggest Brady fan ever, so I don't really care for him to really kind of want get to do something that Brady haven't done. So, but I love the kid. The kid is amazing. The kid is you can't doubt the man talent. The man gets there each and every time. He finds a way to win every single time, whether you like it or not. Good, bad, or ugly. It is always 15. You know what I mean? 15 and 80 and 87. You know what I mean? Just like how Brady and Gronk had their glory days. Um, I was watching. Actually, I took the time yesterday to watch some film, I had to go back and watch the past Super Bowls, like how the narratives kind of went between Brady in his path, getting to seven, and how Mahomes is doing it now, and it's pretty similar.
Yeah.
It's very very similar. Um, when Brady his first years, he wasn't as dominant as he was in his later years. He relied more on his defense and running game and quick passing. He was like a young boy. Mahomes first year, he had Tyreek Hill, who had bombs over bag, 50 yard and stuff like that. So what I kind of feel like is like their path is kind of different because Mahomes started throwing 50-yard bombs. Tom Brady relied on the defense. Now Mahomes is doing what Brady did first, which is relying on the defense and checking down and managing the game. So it's very interesting narrative between the two greats. But let's go ahead and call this game, shall we? Um, let's go first game. First game is the NFC Championship game. Got Philly, got Washington in Lincoln Financial Field. I think the last time I checked, the spread was 6.
And it still is.
Okay. Wow. Um, over under, over under.
47 and a half.
Good. Rob, you say I'm gonna let you have it first. I need, I need. What I need from you is how do you see this game? How do you see this game? What is the X factor? Anytime touchdown? Who wins and the score? Go.
Oh, Vegas, Vegas, Vegas.
I know, right?
You are offering free money for the third time for this group. I don't understand why you're doing this.
You said the group because we all think the same thing. But
The
we might have
only,
different opinions, but we all might probably agree with one thing.
I swear, the only game they got right when they had Washington on the board was that first game when they played Tampa. They gave them a 3.5 point. They gave them 3.5. And I understood it then. I said, okay, that's fine. 3.5. They don't know which team is going to show up for Tampa. That's fine. But ever since the Tampa game, you disrespected them with the Detroit game. Gave them 9.5,
10 points.
9 and what? And now you're
Free
and now
money,
you
free money, free money.
and now you're giving us free money again by saying that the Eagles going to win by a touchdown. A touchdown? Have y'all not forgotten what this is? This is not only just the NFC Championship game, but this is an NFC East Championship game. This is a rival game. This is a
Division.
this
This is
is a
the
rubber
division
match.
game.
This is
This
a
is the
rubber match.
division game. This is the division game.
This is not, yeah. This ain't like this. This is, oh, this one team from the West and one team from the South. They're both
No,
in the
no.
same division.
This is a divisional game.
A divisional game and a 6.5 point favorite. The last time they were 6.5 point favorite against the Eagles, you beat them.
All
Granted, it was in
right.
Washington. Granted, it was in Washington, but still, they beat them. You gave them the 6.5 then, and you're trying to give them 6.5 again. No, I'm sorry. The X factors in this game is very simple. On one side is the obvious, which is the Eagles. The obvious X factor is Saquon, but for this particular game, the wide receivers are the X factors. They got to get started early. I need for Jalen Hurts to get AJ Brown and Devontae Smith the ball early and often. I know they wanted to set the run game. I know how they like to operate. I know how Kellen Moore likes to operate. But Kellen Moore, I hate to tell you this, buddy. As much as you want Saquon to run the ball today, I'm gonna need for either Jalen Hurts to run the ball today or Jalen Hurts got to throw. Because the one thing you can attack on Washington is their DBs and safeties. Now, granted, they have gotten better over the weeks, but you still have one of the biggest wide receivers in the game and arguably one of the best skilled route runners in the game in Devontae Smith. I need you to use them early today. I need you to use them early, and I need to use them often. On Washington's side of the field, the X factor is going to be somebody that we have not talked much in a while. Bobby Wagner is going to be the X factor today. This is a guy who is one of the rare people in that group who has been to this spot before, has seen the mountaintop, has won it and lost it. So anytime you want to get any advice, and that middle linebacker is going to be very important because that middle linebacker can either make or break you when it comes to either getting Dallas Goedert the ball or making sure that Saquon stays where he's at. So I think Bobby Wagner is going to play a big role today. I have been contemplating about it, but I can't contemplate this no more. This is a family decision, and the family is going to roll with that team that lives down there in Landover, Maryland. I'm going to roll with history. I'm going to take history. I want to see history. I want to see this year. I want to see my first owner that is Black on Black History Month to be the first owner to make it to the great promised land and be there for the first time since the great Doug Williams has been in that position.
Doug Williams and Joe Gibbs.
It will be, and the crazy thing is, it will be 40 years. 40 years since we see the first Black quarterback win a Super Bowl. And how ironic it comes back 40 years later and he could be doing the same thing. I'm going to take the Commanders today. And I'm going to take, let's see, they say 47.5. I go with the over. 27-24. Birds die today.
One pick for the Commanders. LW University. Talk to me.
Well, for starters,
my bad. One more thing. Anytime touchdown. Give me the quarterback. Give me Jaden Daniels.
Okay. I took that and complicated this game. Like you said, the Eagles going to rely on running the football. Kellen Moore is basically using the Dallas Cowboys playbook that he had in Dallas, that he had in LA, that he now brought in Philly. The problem I got is the Commanders hit to that. My biggest thing is going to be, the X factor is going to be for the Philadelphia Eagles is, how are you going to stop this young receivers? Now keep in mind, Darius Slay got some age in him a little bit. He's been in the league long enough. CJ Gardner-Johnson, he can be burned sometimes, especially if you put a speedster on him. That's why I think Mitchell might get the assignment for Scary Terry. On the Washington side, the X factor is going to be the Washington offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to adjust while the All-Pro Sam Cosmi not playing because of ACL? How are you going to adjust that running game? How are you going to adjust that pass protection? How are you going to adjust the play action? And that's what Cliff Kingsbury going to have to do in order to beat Vic Fangio's defense. Okay? But the end is this. I was 8 years old when Washington played in the Super Bowl. Now, nearly 35 years later, it's coming in full circle. So I'm rolling with the guys that reside down in the nation capital. The ones that they deserve it. The fans need to be happy. You got that stench out of NFL owner, and he been talking a lot of smack, by the way. And I think the people in DC deserve a championship. So I'm going with the Commanders today. 24-20. I'm taking the under. Anytime touchdown, give me Zach Ertz.
Welcome to Alltech Lansing.
And I like Zach. I like that one because especially now that Zach Bond is going to be out for the rest of the playoffs, so that just kind of hurts, especially when it comes to the linebacker, especially with the linebacker course. So this will be very interesting. So I don't like it, but good pick.
Okay. All right. Very interesting that two of y'all picked the Commandos. Ah, boy. Um, I'm not gonna say the same thing because I'm gonna agree with the both of them. I've been contemplating on both of these games actually as well this week. Um, number one, I'll take Washington spread. That's number one. X factors of the game, is very simple. I remember because of that, Rob. Actually, Lone Wolf, you said it earlier. You said that our pro is out with an ACL. Well,
Sam
there's an X
Cosby.
factor. Yeah, I know, but there's an X factor over there in Philly, and his name is Jalen Carter.
That's a big boy.
Um,
That's a big boy.
that is going to be the X factor today because if your All Pro is gone and there's an All Pro on the other side that has been wrecking havoc in the playoffs in Mr. Carter, and Mr. Carter get to Jaden Daniels today, Jaden Daniels will have a long day. I've been talking about this all this week. It's gonna come down to the trenches. Which trenches gonna hold up first? Eagles got nothing but meat on both sides of the ball. Washington is on demand. If Washington cannot hold the offense or the defensive lines down, it is going to be a big problem. That is my two X factors: the offensive line of Philly, and the defensive line of Philly, because the offensive line will help Saquon Barkley get those 50, 60-yard runs that he like to do all the time to be top 10 plays every single week, and the defense for Philly can make this a very long game and make us look like fools with that 6 point spread. But I'm gonna take the 6 point spread. Um, anytime touchdown, give me Jalen Hurts. I don't care about his knee. He like to push. This is the NFC Championship game. They'll put everything on the line.
And plus, whoever wins, they got 2 weeks off, so you
They
get
get a
that
two
knee.
weeks
You
off.
get that knee
They'll
rest.
get healthy. They'll be fine. They'll get some shots and knees wherever and hyper chamber like Dragon Ball Z. They'll be fine for New Orleans. Um, but I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with this one. I gotta take the Bird Gang.
I ain't
Um,
mad at you for it.
Nah.
no, no, I'm alone with this one. This is hard. There's no laughing stock in these two games because these are all amazing teams, and it will come down to one who will make the mistake. Um, I'll just give you before I give you out my score. One more thing: if you turn the football over, you're going home. I'm talking to the Commandos, the Chiefs, Bills, even the Eagles. If you put the ball on the carpet, the Reaper is coming to take your ass home. You don't want to hear that coming with your team.
That ain't the one I'm looking
Philly
for.
will win. Philly
No,
will
I know which
win.
one you're looking for.
Philly will
I
win.
was saving that for the next one.
Okay.
Philly will win. But it's gonna be really tight. Give me 31-27.
Yes. Give us. Yes.
Also, here's a little fun factory.
I'll
The
take the
team
over.
that won,
I'll take
the
the over.
team that won the second time, they eventually go on to win the third.
Ooh, that would be nice.
Because that happened to Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Pittsburgh won the first one, Baltimore won the second one. When it got to the playoffs for the third time, Baltimore won the third one.
We saw that 2 weeks ago. So yeah.
All right. Now, let's discuss this next game. Next game, we have two of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League. Right? Am I wrong? Just saying that? Okay, just making sure y'all in agreement. Okay, just making sure. Okay. Hold on a second. I'm about to switch cameras.
Then you must switch cameras a little bit. Or switch. This is what stuff you're gonna need. Yeah.
One second. Okay.
Oh man, this is gonna be fun today.
All right, now we are here. Let's talk about this next game. I know the spread is 1.5. You don't even have to tell me.
How these games are supposed to have been.
But it's been like this. It's been like this for the last all the time that they face each other. It's always been 1.5.
No. I'm talking about both these games. Both these games. That's where the number should be for both.
No. Last time it boosted up.
No, I still got it at 1.
You said you got 1.5.
I still got 1.5.
Because I got 2.5 on another site.
Well, go to the other site because that's stealing money right there. That's a steal money. That is steal.
I got 2.5.
Wherever that site is, let us know because we need to get on.
I think it's DraftKings.
Oh, even better. That's definitely stealing money. Well, go ahead and continue talking. We're gonna go to DraftKings right quick and go ahead and place a quick bet, single bet on just that. Go ahead and continue.
Yeah.
Over under.
The over under last time I checked was 48.5 on FanDuel.
It's 49.5 on DraftKings.
Even more of a steal. Keep going.
Josh Allen has faced this man 3 times. And he has and how many times has he beat him in the playoffs?
Donut.
I did Loab first. Lone Wolf, you first. The same questions. Who you got?
Chiefs and the Bills matchup. And matchup probably number 6, number 7, who will ever count you was. But this will be the 4th time in the playoffs that Josh Allen will take on Patrick Mahomes. The way I see it correctly is this. Now you're in Kansas City. Now you're back to the scene of the crime that happened years ago where you didn't know about the overtime rule. And that's where that possession overtime was born. Back right there to the scene of the crime. So, for the Kansas City Chiefs, the X factor of this game is going to be the Kansas City offensive line. Because the last few games, they have not been impressing me. They have not been impressing me on blocking. They have not been impressing me on protected Patrick Mahomes because Patrick Mahomes was running for his life. And Kansas City offensive line has not do well against top 10 defensive teams. for the Buffalo Bills, I have two X factors. They involve the defense. One is Ed Oliver, who can push that offensive line to get to Mahomes. And the other one is Old Man Miller, who has the experience, who done it all, who won the Super Bowl with two different teams, and he knows what it takes to be Patrick Mahomes because he's been in our division the most of his career.
He knows Patrick Super Bowl MVP to add on with it.
Right. He knows Patrick Mahomes better than anybody else when you face the team twice. So, without a shadow of doubt, here's my motto. When you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're going to do something about it. So, in my estimation,
Is this your game? Hey! Is this your game?
He's what? You going with? He's going with the one man that he been disrespecting all season long.
He's their king. Is that what you're trying to tell us? Oh God, he said it. He's their king. He thinks Buffalo found their king.
Oh my God! I have seen the light.
Oh boy.
Okay, keep going. I need scores, anytime touchdown, anything while I'm still in shock. Oh, what the?
Oh wow.
37, 37, 30.
Good
Buffalo.
Lord. Good Lord. 37-30. Good Lord. Oh.
Rob, it is on you. Anytime touchdown?
And he say Josh Allen.
Ty Johnson.
Oh, even better. Even better.
Rob, on you. I'm in shock.
You in shock.
This man been disrespecting this man for 17 weeks, 18 weeks, 19 weeks. And he's going to pick him to finally have a chance to do one thing that Buffalo has never done in their life. Okay, Rob, go ahead. Same question. Wow.
That's a curveball right there, buddy.
Wow, yeah, boy, what?
That is a real
curveball. Bread, man. That has shocked me.
I never thought I'd hear the day that anybody would reach Buffalo, let alone Josh Allen. This is a new day. Oh man, that's a good one. I mean,
I know, right?
But he's right though. But he's right though. When you get sick and tired of this, look, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, is either you do something about it or it gets done to you. But unfortunately, not today. I can't do it. I will not. I shall not. We are in the land of Sparta. We are in Sparta, and Patrick Mahomes is the king. You're in his kingdom. This is for the Larry Hunt Trophy, a trophy that is named after the great Mr. Hunt himself that revolved in where? Kansas City. And if you think I'm breaking the rule today, it ain't going to be the day I'm breaking the rule that we have established on this show for the last 5 years. We established it with the one that has the number 12 on it. And the day that when 12 left and 15 took over, we said only one person we will bet against him with it, and that will be number 9. That's the boogeyman. Well, the boogeyman is not here today. And Josh Allen is not the boogeyman. So unfortunately, Buffalo, I will be coming to Kansas City today. And I'm going to be bringing a lot of body bags along with Lone Wolf. And we're going to give you money for your foundation today. Just like you give money to people for their foundations when they lose. Because unfortunately today, your foundation is 6 feet under. Because you're going into the land. You're going to try to go to the land of milk and honey. But yet you're going to go into the bits of Sodom and Gomorrah and die in Kansas City. Give me the Chiefs. Give me the Swifties. Give me all of them. Give me the run for the three-peat. I can't do it. Hey, grit on the grind. Get out my head. I ain't there yet. That's in 2 weeks. That's the matchup in 2 weeks. Don't do that. Don't give that secret out just yet. But yes, Kansas
What's the
City,
score?
30-27. This is going to be a high game. Anytime touchdown. As much as people want to give the obvious, I like Ty Johnson, but I also like Xavier Worthy. I believe this is the coming out party. They cannot find it. X factors. I like the offensive line for Kansas City, but I'm going after one particular one. Mr. All Pro himself, JT.
Joe Tooney.
I give you a lot of credit. It is hard to go from being a guard to the tackle.
Left tackle.
That left tackle is one of the hardest positions in the game, and you have done outstanding. But last week you was not. Last week particularly, you was not. You were very lackluster. And I get it. You're starting to wear down. It's starting to wear down on you. And I understand that. But today, I need you to get running. Get settled. Get stationary. Because the one thing that they have, they may be small. They may be small in stature. But Buffalo has a lot of heart. And especially when it comes to that front line. That front line is small. They've been talked about all year long. But they can get to a quarterback. For Buffalo, I like Von Miller. But I like Matt Milano more. I believe they found the blueprint. One thing about Matt Milano, he may be a little older, but he can still either get to a quarterback or do like he did with the Baltimore game. Play spy and make you stay in that pocket and make you throw. If you get Mahomes, stay in that pocket while the pocket collapses, you've won the battle. But you're just not winning the war today. Chiefs. Take it.
This falls on you. This falls on you.
Too soon.
Don't remind me, please. I didn't want to wait for this day to talk about this game because I love both of these teams. I love Josh Allen. I love Patrick Mahomes. X factors are simple. Can Buffalo defensive line get to Mahomes and keep him in the pocket? Because if that don't happen, it's going to be a long day. But the most important, y'all linebackers, y'all better make sure y'all find number 87 for everything that you'll stand for. You better make sure you find where number 87 is. You know, in football, they say, where's Waldo? Well, you need to find 87 every time they line up to make a play. Mucho importante. You need to find 87. Let somebody else beat you. Offense for Buffalo, most important, number 17, Josh Allen. Josh Allen, you've been playing possessed this year. You've been playing MVP football. You've been waiting to get to this point. You've been salivating to get to this point. the ball is in your hands. The last time you put the ball in your hands and you clutched it to make the Buffalo Bills win the game in Buffalo. You have to do the same thing in the belly of the beast. You are Rocky, okay? Mahomes is Ivan Drago. You have to take down the Russian god, okay? You have to take down the empire, him, the evil empire, him. You did the X Factor today. You. I've been up and down thinking about anytime touchdown is you. You.
Mhm.
You. Anytime touchdown, you. Because the ball is in your hand most of the game. So you want to go to the Super Bowl. You want the fan base to idolize you. You put it in your hand today. You. The score though, Rob, you were close with my score. You said 30-27.
OT. OT, by the way.
I like 31-27.
Okay.
I didn't pick a team. Hold on. Since everybody want to use captions and all of that stuff.
Okay.
Tables, ladders, and chairs.
That is fine. I am okay with that.
I am going to agree everything that Longo said. When you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, you gonna have to do something about it. And this is the reason why I picked Buffalo. And y'all hear me out. I had to take time and watch some film yesterday. When Brady won his third Super Bowl, before he got his fourth, there was one man that stopped him from trying to get a chance to get to his fourth. Y'all know who that
Ooh,
guy is?
let me guess. He used to play for the Colts and the Broncos. He won Super Bowl for both of them, and now he's in the Hall of Fame. He got his own show with his brother. Then Peyton.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning.
That guy. I feel like this is another narrative of the Brady Peyton Manning era, but just in Mahomes and Allen era. I feel like before Mahomes can get his fourth, I feel like Josh Allen is lined up to get his first. Because if you don't get your first now, do you know how deep the AFC is going to be next year?
Diabolical.
The AFC is going to be just as bad, if not worse, than the NFC. Competition.
Diabolical.
Let me count the ways. You see Cincinnati, they ain't going nowhere. You see Baltimore, they ain't going nowhere either. You see Houston, they ain't going nowhere. You see the Chargers, they ain't going nowhere. You see them boys in Denver, they ain't going nowhere either.
And I
You
hate to say
understand?
this, then that team down there in Vegas with what they got going on right now, they could make some noise, and you can see them coming in next year.
Oh, hold on. We got another member. Hey, good morning.
I was just ready to tell them. I was just ready to tell them your score, but since you popped up, go right ahead.
Misfit, who you got? Two teams. You know who they are. What you got?
So, first of all, put him in timeout. Him up there.
Yeah, that's for Antonio. I was
Time
ready to tell them all this,
timeout.
but you came in.
I already saw that. I already saw the message.
I have the
I don't know
Chiefs.
why you walk with
34,
it.
30, 31. 34, 31. Period.
Well, I guess 2-2 for the Chiefs. So what you got for?
And I think that game is going to go to overtime.
Yes, come on with me. Come on with me. I said OT too. Come on with me.
Philly,
Carry that
Washington.
woman.
Who you got?
Washington.
That's why I love her. I love that woman.
42-37.
That woman.
Oh, damn.
You said what?
We have two different
42-37.
Oh Lord.
score fest.
Shootout.
Oh
He
well,
said,
I hope so.
Ultimate shootout. Good Lord.
Okay.
And I say that because I feel like they're going to just run it, and they're not going to be able to catch up. This is going to be the team of endurance. And if y'all didn't, well, I don't. Ali's probably the only one who could see what I said earlier. And what I said was, if Jalen Daniels can keep running, they are not going to be able to catch him.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. Not mad at that. Okay.
what? Hold on.
And I'm done.
What she trying to say is, because she got that high ass score, Vic Fangio, Joe Witt Jr., today is not going to be your day.
No.
It's going to be Cliff Kingsbury versus Kellen Moore.
Yeah. That's basically how we're looking at it. Defense out the window. All offense today. All gas, no brakes.
I gotta agree to that. But in recent memory, we know it's always a one defensive game and one high scoring game. You know,
Yeah,
it's very rare that you see two shootouts, but it'll be nice to see.
it would be nice.
But we got our picks out of the way. But let's talk about a little. Let's talk about a little college football first before we get to the NBA real quick.
Oh, I want his hind parts over here right now.
Don't worry, we gonna get him tonight. Don't worry,
Perfect.
he ain't gonna get away. He's not gonna get away. But I have one thing to say to Ohio State. Ryan Day, I forgive you. Your debt has been repaid.
That is very true.
Yeah, that too, because he's the only one that picked Ohio State. But
Right.
Ryan Day, your debt has been repaid. We forgive you. Congratulations. Well deserved.
Yeah, absolutely. I ain't gonna lie. I've been selfish about this. I want us to win. Granted, I knew Ohio State was the better team, but I want us to win. It's nice like us. It's good to see us winning. We don't win that much, let alone in college football. 17 head coaches that are black out of over 300 schools. No, I'm selfish. I want us to win. Damn it, I ain't care. They won. They needed to win. $20 million roster. You better have one. Because you had a loss. Oh God. You thought Ryan Day was being talked about when he lost to Michigan. This would have been the straw that broke the camel's back. But good job. Good job, Ohio State. Great win. Great season. Now, can you keep these players? This looks like some better money in the transfer portal.
Oh, damn. Did
Oh
you
yeah.
flip the bird?
You might want to keep them. Because if not, you can be back to where you were. But yeah, Ryan Day, your job secured. Don't worry. You're good. You're fine.
After you losing to Michigan State 4 straight years,
In Michigan.
There was one in Ohio State. There's two, both split. One is Ohio State. They lost to Michigan. They lost to Michigan, then Ohio State. After you lost 4 straight years to Michigan, and you knew, Ryan Day, that you needed a national championship in order to basically keep your job, in order for you to pay your debt to the fans of Ohio State, because you lose to arch rival 4 straight years. That is unacceptable to them. So once you won the national championship, your debt had been paid in full. Plain and simple. Now I know I can't wait to get on. I can't get my weight to get on. Can't get right. But it'll be later on tonight. I'm gonna be patient, like a scouter. I'll be patient tonight, and I'll wait for him. Don't worry. I don't know about y'all, but I'll be waiting on him at the door.
I'll say this. We saw who was the better team in the second half. We saw the better team in the second half. They pulled away. They literally spanked Notre Dame. Now, I'm going to give props where props is due. I'm going to give props to Mr. Freeman, because when Mr. Kelly wanted to leave Notre Dame, saying that Notre Dame was not a championship caliber team, Marcus Freeman proved otherwise, and he put Notre Dame on the map. And for a year that we didn't give them much respect because they're not in a conference, they played their ass off this year. And I have nothing but love and respect for the Notre Dame Irish, with all due respect. But like Rob say, when you spend $20 million in NIL money, you better win a national championship.
Mm-hmm.
So Ryan Day, you're up there with one of the greats for sure. So as we move on to the sunset of college football, we have the association. Now, let's discuss something. Last night we watched a game. Last night we watched a game with LA and the Golden State. And I've been watching the NBA. And I've been seeing some things that I don't like. Let me count the ways. Boston slacking their ass off.
NBA final hungover. Continue.
The team that I've been talking about for 2 years is here. And I'm talking about the Houston Rockets. Philly is some ass. No, I'm being serious now with the Philly
So
part.
am I.
Philly is some ass.
So am I.
Mm-hmm.
They're horrible.
Mm-hmm.
You got all of that talent. And Joel Embiid, you there talking all of that shit. And y'all is some ass with all of that talent. Ass. I have another thing to say. I have another point. SGA, Rob, I need you to come back and hear this one, please. Bring your ass. Yeah. No, I need you to hear this one. Because this one is important. No, I need Rob face. I won't wait for him. He need to hear this one. Because this one here. Hear this one. SGA? SGA is not alone in this MVP watch.
No.
No.
You see that boy? You see that boy over there in Denver?
Oh, the one that won it 3 times already?
Do you know that this man is averaging almost 50% from 3?
Are you talking about the Joker?
That he is.
Let me repeat something again. He is a 3-time MVP. And now he is averaging 50% from 3.
diabolical.
And another thing, and we're gonna get into this first. Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, 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 Jimmy,
Oh,
Jimmy, Jimmy, what you doing? Jimmy, Jimmy, you cannot play chess with Pat Riley. You need to learn. You need to understand this, okay? And I'm not supposed to be the basketball expert, but I damn sure know a lot about it. You can't outbeat Pat Riley. What are you doing? What is wrong with you, Jimmy? You trying to get more money and you ain't been productive. What's wrong with you? You know what? I'm gonna let y'all have it because I'm pissed off at Jimmy Butler, man. What's wrong with this man? Jimmy Butler.
man. So let me get the Jimmy Butler situation out the way first. You're 100% right. Jimmy, the last time you were producing was 2 years ago when you took this magical team on a ride to a championship and you lost to the Joker. Now, I understand your frustration because you've asked them to bring help. You asked them to bring help, and you were 100% rightfully so. You've been with this roster for the last 7 years, took this team to the championship twice, and you literally the first time you went, you literally just took the team on your back, played almost every minute in every series. So when you got a chance to see LeBron, you were just deadbeat tired, and it was over. You weren't supposed to make the last time, and you surprised everybody, got tired, and the Young Bucks was not ready for that stage yet. Okay. You've asked Pat Riley for the last 2 years, ever since that championship, to give you help. I don't think Miami is a place where people want to go anymore. I don't. The only person that has said they want to go to Miami was Dame, but Milwaukee gave a bigger deal than what than what than what's than what Miami was giving them. One
And
thing
I
about
think he's happy there right now, though. I think he's pretty happy.
pretty now after having that 1 year of really being set, because
In flux.
yeah,
I'll
because
say in flux. I won't say bad vibes, just an influx trying to for them to figure themselves out.
yeah, because like Ashley was saying last year, Ashley said this year we wouldn't see really the Dame that we know because of the fact that he's trying to figure stuff out. Remember, he was just going through a divorce. He's moving out of Portland, not seeing his kids like he wanted to. So he was trying to figure the lay of the area out. Now he got a year into it. Now he feels like he's picking up a rhythm. So all is starting to get well there. But back to the Jimmy thing. Once the Dame trade didn't go through, Katie didn't want to go there. Bradley Beal didn't want to go there. Kyrie Irving didn't want to go there. It seems like when Miami is on win now mode, that's when players go, and then they
Mm-hmm.
do. Right now, Miami is not on a win now mode. They were in like a funky little kind of win now, but really rebuild mode. So,
Mm-hmm.
and in order for you to rebuild, you got to get rid.
Get rid.
That's what Pat Riley wants to do. He wants to let Jimmy play out the contract and then walk. But now Jimmy's asked for a trade. He said, okay, I'm not going to trade you right now, but I am going to trade you, but give me time. He's like, I ain't got time. One thing about you, Jimmy, and I hate to bust your bubble, but I'm going to bust your bubble today. You are not one of the elites. You're a good player. You're an all-star. You're a star, but you're not the elites of the elites. You cannot make this happen, let alone with Pat Riley. Like, if this was LeBron saying that to Pat Riley, LeBron would have his way no matter what happens. If this was Steph Curry making this kind of call, Giannis making this kind of call, Jokic, SGA, Kevin Durant, you like those are probably and yeah, but probably it. That's probably it. There's probably like a good one handful, maybe two handful of players that can make these kind of calls, and the GM or owner would have no choice but to honor it. You're not one of those, Jimmy. So let's stop this right now. You are a good player. You're going to be in the Hall of Fame. I want to give you that. You will be in the Hall of Fame for everything that you have done. You're one of the workhorses of the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
You are well respected. But right now, you're looking very ugly. You're looking very ugly right now. And the only way that your stock is going to go back up is if you just do what a stupid person said one day. Shut up and play. I would not say nothing. I would not act nothing. I will, mind you, you're making $50 million this year, sir. And you've already lost 3.5. How did that fit?
Yeah, he's making
Oh,
on 50 mil.
yeah.
48. He's almost at 50 mil. 49 mil.
And the
Look
fact
close to it.
that you lost $50 between the fact that you being suspended. So, sir, I need you to get your act in order. You got 2 weeks before the trade deadline. Play those 2 weeks, get traded, move on from the situation. Now, I'm not liking the I'm not liking the NBA right now because of the fact that it's not even the fact that there's not even really good defenses out there. It's just they're not just making smart plays anymore. Like, there's just certain things like the prime example. If there's a 2-on-1 fast break, I'm not going over to the wing to try to shoot a three just to get an extra bucket. If I can get into the hole and get the guy in foul trouble and still get the 2 points and get the three the hard way, I'm going to do it. But they want to keep spacing out, and I get it. The space out works, but also at the same time, just like last night, Anthony Davis probably played the best game this entire season, all just by shooting at the free throw line, literally and figuratively. He shot, I think it was 16 free throws, and he was shooting mid ranges that they couldn't stop because he's been mastering that all these years.
LeBron James and Anthony
Yeah,
Davis, that
no,
two-man game is lethal. Why you think LeBron had 12 assists?
yeah, that's why Anthony Davis almost screwed around and almost got a 40 piece on him. But
Yep,
that's the thing.
he had about 36 and 13.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
but I love how the Lakers formula is. Put those two there, play pick and roll, and the rest of y'all move around. If you can get a three, shoot a three. If you can't, if you got the lane, take the driving lane, get the fouls. That's what I love about Austin Reeves. He sees it. He sees it better now, and I think he's been the most improved out of everybody in this year. I give Austin Reeves a lot of credit. Yeah, the MVP race though, yeah, it's a 2-man race right now between SGA and Jokic. I love how both these teams are just coming out here and just not giving a damn about what the record is. They're just coming out here and play.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest issue, honestly, is what we're gonna see in 2-3 weeks.
All-Star weekend.
That's my biggest issue right
I'm pissed
now.
off about the All-Star. I'm gonna ask y'all this. Lone Wolf, since you haven't had a chance to chat, I'll give you this question. Do you think they just need to do away with the dunk contest? Or do they need to change it?
Change it. Don't do away with dunk contests. Nah.
You know
That's
what I
a
think? See, when you're saying
yeah.
change it, right? Rob, I want you to hear this idea that I had. And Stephen A said it before. Stephen A said it one time before, and I liked it. You remember when Kenny Smith had this competition with all of these The street dunkers.
King
Yeah.
of the Court. King of the Court. I remember that.
Yeah, I think they need to have something like that. Bring different guys from all over the country, the country in the United States. Sponsor them, and whoever wins, win the bread.
Yeah. But
I think that's probably the only result that's left.
yeah, but to me, skill competition in general,
I like the skills.
I like
I
skill
like the 3 point.
competition. Well, it's all of it. Skill competition, dunks, and everything. No need to change anything about that. That been that all-star position for before you, I, or Rob was even born.
You know what they
So
need to do? They need to make the All-Star game itself be more competitive because all of this,
that now that's the part. Need to be more competitive because unlike NBA, the NHL All Stars is real competitive, even though it's 3-on-3.
baseball, even baseball.
Be baseball competitive. If I was commissioner or anybody on the board, how about this? Do what baseball do. Put something on the line. Meaning as a word. And this is what baseball is smart about. Whoever wins the All Star game between East and West will have the advantage in the All Star game. Will have the advantage in the World Series at home. Will have home field advantage in the World Series. I'll do the same thing in the NBA. Whoever wins the game between, let's say, Team LeBron versus Team Giannis, wins the game, and since Team LeBron is a Laker, you'll have home field advantage, and you have first dibs in the NBA. Let's get the records out the way. Let's see who really wants it when you put something on the line instead of
Rob, what?
going out and
I
playing
like the
street ball.
idea. Rob, what you suggest?
Yeah, I like the idea of it, but my only issue is now is just these guys are making too much money that you got to do something different when it comes to the incentive. Now that idea right there, if we're gonna do that, then put the East versus the West and let's see who really wins.
I wish they can bring that back because to
I
me
think
that
they
was
did.
more. That was more.
I think they did
That,
this year. I think this
I think
year.
that was that was more funner than what you got. What's that all about? No, to me, East and West is much more easier because it shows you who is the dominant and who is not. Put something on the line, and you're gonna find out how hard they really play. Because I sure missed the All Star games back in the early '90s when they play hard. They don't care.
Yeah, because right now they got this. It's supposed to be a mini tournament of 4 teams in three games.
Mm-hmm.
So basically now you're picking. Basically now we got a team of 4. Like I said, I don't.
I don't know about it. I gotta see it. I gotta see it.
Yeah, I gotta see it because
I already know how it's gonna go.
yeah, I'm not really liking it, but
I'm not liking it so far.
But even with
But we'll see.
even with the All Star game, I'm not even worried about the game. I gotta kind of gotta find out how it's gonna be. It's the voting for the All Stars that
Mm-hmm.
be the most right now
Mm-hmm.
because let me see how this breaks down. So 50% went to the fans, 25% went to the players, and 25% went to the media. So if that's the case, how in the world? Now I know they're not a good team. They're not a good team at all. But they have one player who has been very dominant all year long, ever since he came back from the injury. And I don't know how he is not an all-star starter, but I guess it's because of the market where he's at. I don't understand how LaMelo Ball is not an all-star starter this year. I don't understand.
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Breaking news. We have the final 4 making their way in the stadium. Dan Quinn just made it his way to the stadium. Nick Sirianni already made it inside of Philly Stadium. All the teams, all the teams are already making their way to their respective stadiums.
But I think this year when it comes to all, really the reserves this year is going to be extremely tough. It's going to be tough being an all-star reserve this year because you're going to have guys that should be all-stars, probably not going to be an all-star this year. Like, it's a crime that I get it. This is probably Victor's last year of not being an all-star starter. Let me say this one more time. This is the last year Victor will not be a all-star starter. I get it. You want to give homage to LeBron, KD, fine. Jokic was the guaranteed starter anyway, so I figured that was going to happen. And until LeBron retires, he will always be an all-star starter. But I promise you, this is the last year Victor Wembanyama will not be a all-star starter. He will be a all-star, but this is the last year being an all-star starter.
Yeah, I agree because with the lineup that they chose, I couldn't get mad at it. But to be honest, if I couldn't get mad at it. But if I were to take anybody off, if I were to take anybody, if I couldn't took anybody off out of the all star list, it's kind of difficult to pick. So I had to agree. But if anybody, I would say that got snubbed was definitely Wembanyama. But like I said, if I'm gonna say he got snubbed, I'd have to replace him with somebody. And with the list that they had, all 10 of them, I can't disagree with none of them at all. So I couldn't get out anybody. But ladies and gentlemen, we have about a couple minutes left, and this person decided wanted to show his face.
All right. I'll let you know.
Oh, Lord.
Lord Jesus Christ.
Good morning, sir. Hello, good
Good.
morning.
What's going on, y'all?
Oh, there you go.
You tell me
Um,
you can't call.
What's
How about
going
this?
on?
you
Over here
came
at
in.
the plantation.
You
I had
can't.
to come in.
Well, we're about to be off the air, so we're about to be off the air in a few minutes. But I just need a couple questions from you. Who wins?
First game is Philly. First game is Philly and Washington. I'm looking at the upset. I'm looking at Washington. Washington by a field goal.
Oh, I know.
27-24.
Now we got him.
Shit.
Damn.
Oh.
David, just to let you know, there's only one person. There's only one person picked the Eagles to win.
Lord.
You?
Yes.
Damn.
After you know what? If you want to see a good,
No.
if
You
you
stuck
want
with
to
the
see a
Commandos.
good,
Nah, stay over there.
no. Don't get me wrong. I don't like the Eagles, but I do like Saquon. I would like to see Saquon being in his first Super Bowl, just like he won his first first division. This is the first time with a team he won a division. So I would like to see Saquon in the Super Bowl, but not the Eagles. But I know Saquon is part of the Eagles, so I don't want the Eagles there. But I know if they do make it to the Super Bowl and play the Chiefs, it'll be the third time they play. It's gonna be a great game, and I think it's gonna go into overtime. And like last year, Kansas City won it by Kansas City won it by 3. Am I correct? Kansas City won it by 3. They're gonna win it again by 3. 3 is the magic number. 3. You know why? Because Mahomes gonna get his third ring back to back to back, and Kansas City is gonna be the first team to three-peat. And Tom Brady is gonna give him the trophy, and Tom Brady gonna be jockeying on him and all that stuff.
Whoa. I
Yeah,
need you to
because you know what that
watch.
means. You know what that,
Whoa,
you know
whoa,
what that
whoa,
means.
whoa.
Even though the
He
dude,
down.
wait,
He
time out.
down. He down.
I'm not saying nothing bad. Even though the teacher has 7 rings, the student got something over the teacher. He won 3 straight Super Bowls in a row. Something
I
that the
agree.
teacher has not did.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Before you about to put
he's
me in,
1A.
before you put me in put me in the doghouse. I'm
No, I
trying. I
wasn't
had
gonna
to
put you
break
in the
it down.
doghouse. No, I wasn't
Oh,
listening to
that's a
you. No,
first.
I agree with you. I
Mm-hmm.
think Mahomes is 1A. And Mahomes is 1B and Tom is 1A. I agree with you.
Yeah,
It will be that.
absolutely.
It will be that, and I will not doubt that. I will be one of the first to.
Look what they playing at. Look what they playing at. They playing
So
at with the GOAT
so
won his first
okay,
Super Bowl. New Orleans.
so basically you got a rematch of 2 years ago. I got you. Yeah, you say both of them is gonna win by 3. Got you. Anytime touchdown for both games.
Saquon gonna go hard. Saquon gonna get a touchdown. This is my shocker in that Philly and Washington game. Zach Ertz.
I ain't no
I think Zach
shocker.
Ertz might score.
Somebody else said
It's gonna
it
be.
too.
Think about it.
Somebody else said Zach Ertz too, you know. Put your hand up, whoever said Zach Ertz.
I say Zach Ertz, and I also would say. I will also say Scary Terry. I will also say Scary Terry.
You're so bad. Why are you?
No, you were saying I was gonna shock you. I was gonna shock you about an X Factor. You saying Zach Ertz? And I was like, do you know Zach Ertz is not really? Do you know somebody else said Zach Ertz this morning?
But you know why though? Because Philly they suck against tight ends.
Yeah, I agree to that. So you said Saquon.
Yeah.
He said Saquon.
Saquon, Zach Ertz, and
That's
Scary
why your name is
Terry.
Can't Get Right. I said one.
Okay, I mean you could choose out of them 3. That would be my 3 for that game.
Kansas City and Buffalo. Who you got?
Evil world we live in.
James Cook. Say one. It's one. He said 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1.
I mean, there's so many ways you could go with that. Though. That's why I can't say one.
You know we are. You know how many? Do you know how many guys?
Hey, listen,
hold on.
F word you, okay? F word
Hold on.
you.
CGR Can't Get Right. Okay. Do you know how many people we said for each game?
How many? All right. So you said one for the KC and
I
Buffalo
said
game, right?
1 touchdown for each game.
Okay.
We even said a touchdown for the opposite team that we went with.
We did.
But we said one. We said 1 person. So who you got for Buffalo and Kansas City? And remember,
I got you. Kareem Hunt.
Hey, Lone Wolf, you need to stop it. Lone Wolf.
No, that was me.
Oh,
That was me.
You?
That was me.
Who wants to be a millionaire? Oh, you need to stop it, bro.
That was me. That's him.
He's trying to say, are you finished?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Oh man. Okay, so we're about to get out of here. So I just want one question from y'all. What would be okay? So like tomorrow when everybody go and see the newspaper and whatever like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Can't Get Right. I go ask you a question. Give me one headline you think is gonna be the highlight when we wake up Monday morning. What's
the highlight? Will definitely be Jay McDaniels making it to the Super Bowl. As a rookie.
Okay.
The first black rookie to make the first black quarterback rookie to make it to the Super Bowl.
Okay. Lone Wolf.
Commanders make it to the Super.
Anytime
make it to the Super Bowl for the first time in 30 years. In over 30 years.
30 years.
You should know that magic number.
Bam!
Okay.
Rob,
I'm at y'all. You lucky, Wolf. You lucky. I
Rob,
can't see. Oh, you lucky. I'm somewhere.
Rob. What is
Wolf,
Give
the
me,
you
store?
give
lucky.
me there on
What
the
is the
night.
headline? What is the headline on the NFL news?
Lucky
We'll
I'm
say
at work.
tomorrow morning.
I swear you are.
That's a good one. Oh. Present versus future.
I like that one.
That's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
good one. I love that
I,
one.
that's something.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
ESPN, don't take my stuff now. I want copyrights.
Who, me?
No, I said ESPN, don't take my stuff. I want copyrights. I know they're gonna post that. I'm calling for y'all if I see it.
Yeah. Mine's Josh Allen finally climbs the mountain.
Yeah, because you are the only one. Yeah, because buddy. Yeah, because that one right there picked him, and then that one over there surprised everybody and picked him.
I think, yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah, I
They
go.
ain't losing no more.
Listen. I just said what I think the storyline could be on tomorrow's news.
Yeah.
And I think the news is going to say Josh Allen finally climbed Mount Everest, as in Mount Mahomes.
Right.
And if he does, I'm not gonna lie to you, I will be very happy because it's way long overdue. Because you got to think about it. There's two quarterbacks that we talked about that had the most pressure to win right now. One is
Lamar and
out,
Doug.
one is still in. Yep. So it would be great for him to finally get over it. And to be
And
honest
it's
with you,
not even that. It's not just him. The franchise needs this so freaking bad. Like,
think about if we get Josh Allen and Jaden Daniels in the Super Bowl.
This is going to be, if Josh Allen fulfills promise tonight, this is going to be.
Rob, listen. If I get Jaden Daniels and Josh Allen in the Super Bowl, we definitely have to meet up.
Yeah. But this is going to be Jalen. This is going to be Josh
I will
Allen.
sit down for
Okay.
It'll be a rematch of 30 years ago.
30 years ago. But this is going to be Josh Allen theme song if he gets past Mahomes.
No. Don't jump on his wagon. Don't jump on his wagon. Because you always was criticizing him.
Mute him, by the way.
No, he's got a point.
Wait. I'm raising my damn. Listen, I know I'm at work. And everything, but I'm raising my damn hand. Hold on. Don't jump on. Is this your king bandwagon if he make it to the Super Bowl?
Who said I'm jumping on the bandwagon?
No.
Who said I'm jumping on the bandwagon?
Don't do that.
It's on two picks. Yeah, I picked him.
No.
Yeah.
Remember how you look how you was criticizing?
I can't say nothing. I can't really say nothing because I cursed him out this season. I can't say nothing because I cursed him out this season about it.
Hey, we haven't heard. Is this your king, Buffalo? Is this your king? You know what? You know what? Because of you doing that, Josh Allen must have heard you and he showed you, huh? That's why he's gonna win MVP this year.
Rob, I need you to do me a favor. Take me home, please.
Do you want?
We having a show. We having a show on the night, right?
Of course.
Yes, we are.
Bet.
I need my original. I need my original.
If Buffalo so happens to beat Kansas City, you cannot. If Buffalo so happens to beat Kansas City,
okay, you're right. Go ahead.
You can't. Wolf. If Buffalo so happens to beat Kansas City tonight, go to Super Bowl. You cannot say nothing about Josh Allen.
Did I pick Buffalo?
It don't matter.
He must have missed early. Okay. I just want to make sure. No.
It's the way you downplaying that man. Is this your king?
Well, guess what? Downplay your head coach on tonight. We'll talk about that.
You said what? said what?
Downplay your head coach later on tonight. We'll talk about that.
My new head coach, Schottenheimer. He's a Schottenheimer. He's a
I don't mean
Schottenheimer.
You know
nothing.
what? Stop.
I'm
We're
holding.
not gonna go too far talking about this. We're gonna talk about that tonight. But for right now, everybody enjoy Championship Sunday. Until then, it's Can't Get Right, Lone Wolf, Rob, and yours truly. Enjoy Championship Sunday. We'll see y'all tonight on Championship Aftermath Report. Peace out. Behave
Yo,
yourself.